moves on to the next round.
And here we go. This is
Jadson
Jadson Andre. He had an amazing heat today.
Yeah, we're going to see both his waves in this one. He scores an 8.77 and a 7.43 with a 16.20 total. This is heat number 12. He wins it over Sebastian Zietz. And Sebastian Zietz also making it on with an interference.
This guy makes those kind of turns look easy. I mean, that was huge rotation aerial up in the lip, coming straight off the bottom into that. It's just so impressive to watch these guys do this stuff these days.
No, I agree. And
he's not done yet. I mean, he finished that wave strong, too.
So also in this one was Seabass, and Seabass, who incurred an interference in the very beginning of this heat, was able to dig enough points to get himself out of this one and advances on with 11.97 over Brandon Jackson and Chris Waring. As you can see, Seabass is going to be a threat out here.
Yeah, he is.
Tomorrow.
And then sort of the man of the day before Jordy went out. These two have been talked about in the same breath a lot over the years, and it's going to continue to happen with performances like that.
Dane Reynolds winning his heat over Mikael Picon and Heoni Montero and Leon Neves. And here's John Florence.
John, very impressive surfing from John today. This wave right here, he had already done a bunch of great carves, and then boom, big layback. A lot of people chimed in today and said that should have been the first 10 of the day. Can't really argue that. 8.6.
Now, I actually agreeing that. I was saying he wins the heat over Dean Morrison. Here's Dean Morrison in the same heat. This heat number 14. John Florence posting a 15.93 heat total. Dean Morrison 13.66 over Dusty Payne and Tonino Benson.
So good surfing there from Dino.
Owen Wright. He's going to be coming up next.
Yeah.
Just quickly, heat number 16 saw Tiago Paris over Blake Thornton, and then the next heat number 16, as Owen Wright, goofy footer, working the lefts, and his first time ever here at Lowers. Didn't look like it.
Really?
Yeah.
First time ever at Lowers. And then here you go, CJ Hobgood. So he had a great heat. He was smiling the whole way. I saw him get this long right-hander right here, and then he went in onto the beach, actually, and did a little slow jog back up the point to paddle back out on the left and saw his little daughter on the beach and waved at his wife. So he was having a good time and surfing extremely well, obviously.
CJ Hobgood, 16.70 heat total over Gabe Kling. Gabe Kling advancing on with him over Maxime Husino and Alain Roux.
And here's another highlight of CJ for good reason. It does a big grab air and then a big rotation air through the lip. And Corey Lopez with a similar wave, big tail slide out the back, and then this wave just got so nice and clean on the inside for Corey. Just went to town on this thing. He had a couple waves like this in this heat.
This was heat number 18. Tiago Camarão taking the win over Corey Lopez, but both advancing on into the next round of 48.
And then a lot of people anticipating this man coming into this event. Andy Irons, 3-time world champion, got off to a quick start. This was his first wave out here at Lowers. Beautiful sweeping turn there from AI. And another one, getting a little bit of loss of balance, but then finishing with a big floater there.
6.17 on that wave for Andy Irons. Finishes second in this heat. But this man right here taking the win, Jonathan Gonzalez.
And watch this ending reel right here. This thing just doubled up, and he just, boom, right along the lip line. Big score there for Jonathan Gonzalez.
Also, the backside attack of this man right here, heat number 20, Nathan Hedge.
Yeah, I'm calling him the best backside in the business right now, in this event anyway. Just going to town. He had some great waves yesterday, and obviously a great wave there.
This wave an 8.8, and then right behind him, the other Hobgood.
The other Hobgood, both making the highlight reel. Surfing amazing out here. They're very, very familiar with the lineup here at Lowers. And a big layback there from Damien Hobgood.
Heat 21, Damien Hobgood finishing second, winning that heat. Is this man right here, Joan Deroux.
Joan Deroux, and he used his backhand lethally out there today. Big floating turn there, and then straight up into the lip. Boom, and throwing the tail. Great surfing from him. He had really good wave selection, I noticed, in that heat.
Paris
Evans. A couple of the other guys were getting some bumpy rides, and he got two of the best waves of the heat.
7.77 on this one, and good job on him. We'll see him tomorrow morning.
And then one of my favorites of the day right here was Tommy Witz, was just blowing up. He got a couple great rides right out the bat, and look at this surfing from him, just big, powerful sweeping turns.
This was this 9.33 in this one. Heat number 22, he was up against Josh Kerr. Tom Whitaker taking the win with a wave like that, and then here's Josh Kerr. Josh Kerr finishing second. And, innovative, progressive part of the repertoire is this man right here. Watch this.
Yeah, he was just going for it in this heat, like you said, Pete, even when he needed just a smaller score, still going for broke, trying the big aerial maneuvers. And this one of his longer waves just, boom, blows the tail out. Gets a couple more floats here through the inside when it's speeding up, and well-ridden wave there from Josh Kerr, second place in that heat.
8.9 for that one.
And then here we have Wiggly Dantas, and this guy is surfing great too, a young surfer out of Brazil, and he has a phenomenal backside turn, and that was it right there.
Wiggly Dantas 15.33 heat total. That wave there for Dantas came in at an 8.0.
Then Drew Courtney, powerhouse surfer, surfed really well on his forehand in this heat, obviously on this wave, and then had a couple great backside rides too.
Yeah, Drew Courtney's backhand's awfully solid. Finishes second to Wiggly Dantas in heat number 23.
Here we have a Ritz Aramburu out of Spain. Had a great wave here. We just saw this in the highlight recap of the last heat of the day. Watch this layback turn he does here to finish this wave. Like you said, Pete, watch, he comes really square off the bottom here, whereas a lot of guys come sort of horizontally, vertically up into that turn. Boom, blows the tail out. And here we go, a couple waves of Jordy Smith just to finish this highlight reel off. This was from the last heat of the day. This was Jordy's 8-point-something ride.
8-point-something?
8-point-something was just,
one of his
secondary.
8.93.
Yeah, and I think he threw away another 8 to be replaced by a 10-point ride, which will be right here.
This is the 10-pointer, folks.
Big
Pay attention.
rotation air. Gets caught behind it just for a second and then goes right into this 1 pump, 2 pumps, Superman aerial, both the feet completely off the board, and then throws it up for a big tail slide reentry, lays back for a brief moment. 10-point ride. What a day. Sheesh.
Take a breath.
Sheesh.
Take a breath.
Surfing.
Saxon Boucher, thank you very much. So that concludes the Nike 6.0 Lowers Pro. Comes to a close for today. The round of 96 completed. Amazing surf, spectacular surfing, always. 2 more days remaining. Please join us tomorrow, Friday at 7:45 a.m. for the morning show. On behalf of Jody Nelson, Dino and Dino, Pat O'Connell, who joined us today,
yes,
Saxon Boucher, my
always
good friend.
a pleasure.
I'm Peter Mel. So long from Trestles. Also got to thank the webcast team with Jay Johnson, Steve Murphy, Arthur Moore, Jeff Greenwood, Chucky Morgano, Scotty Simmet, Steve Miller.